There are times in life when love feels confusing, heavy, or even disappointing, and you may wonder why things are not working out the way you hoped. You pray, you try, and you hold on. Yet, no matter what you do, the relationship keeps slipping through your hands. It's easy to believe that God is closing the door because you are being denied love altogether, but that's not true. God's redirection is not rejection. It's His way of protecting you, guiding you, and leading you towards something better that aligns with His perfect plan. When your love life feels like it's stalling or shifting, God is often moving things for your good, even when it's hard to see in the moment. You may feel sadness, confusion, or even frustration, but underneath it all, God is lovingly reshaping your path. His redirection is meant to keep you from pain, strengthen your faith, and open the door to what will bless your life the most. Instead of feeling defeated, you can begin to see these moments as signs of His careful hand at work. You are not being forgotten, left behind, or denied the chance for love. You are being prepared, protected, and guided toward the love story God has written just for you. Trust that His plans are unfolding, even when they look different from what you expected. One, you feel a constant lack of peace about the relationship. You will keep Him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because He trusts in you. When you notice that no matter what you do, peace is missing, it becomes a sign God is gently getting your attention. You may lie awake at night feeling uneasy, or spend your days trying to shake off a deep discomfort that just won't leave. God is not trying to punish you or make you anxious, but He is allowing this lack of peace to alert you that something is not right. He is whispering to your heart that this relationship may not be where He wants you to stay. You might tell yourself that if you just work harder or communicate better, the uneasiness will go away, but it lingers because God is intentionally withholding peace. He wants you to pause and turn to Him for clarity, not force your own will through. His peace comes when you align with His purpose, and the fact that you keep feeling this disturbance shows He is trying to lovingly redirect you. Letting go of your own plans and surrendering to God's will can be scary, especially when you fear losing someone you care about. But God's peace will fill you when you choose to trust Him instead of clinging to what He is asking you to release. You can rest in knowing that He has a plan for your love life that is far better than anything you could hold on to on your own. 2. The communication keeps falling apart unexpectedly. A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Every time you attempt to fix the broken communication or smooth things over, it falls apart again, leaving you hurt and frustrated. You may wonder why, no matter how much effort you put in, things keep slipping through your fingers. This is not happening by accident or because you are failing. It is God stepping in and blocking a connection He no longer wants you to depend on. He is directing your steps away from what is no longer part of His plan. Sometimes, you may think you just need to explain yourself one more time or have one more honest talk to fix everything. But no matter what you say or how carefully you say it, the breakdown keeps happening. God is allowing these moments to show you that you cannot force something He is asking you to release. His redirection is sometimes quiet but firm, and the more you try to push forward on your own, the more exhausted you become. You may not understand why this is happening right now, but God sees the full picture you cannot see. His redirection is an act of love, not punishment. When you allow Him to lead, He will guide you away from what drains you and towards something that will strengthen you in the future. You can trust that His hand is steady, even when your conversations keep falling apart. 3. You sense God asking you to let go even when you're not ready. A time to gain and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to throw away. There is a deep stirring in your heart that keeps returning, no matter how many times you push it aside or try to ignore it. You sense God quietly asking you to let go of this relationship, even though your emotions are still attached. You may tell yourself you just need more time or more patience, but God's whisper is getting louder in your spirit. He knows that letting go will hurt now, but it will make room for something better in His perfect timing. It can feel unfair or painful when you have invested so much love, energy, and time. You want to believe that if you just wait longer or try harder, things will change. But God keeps bringing you back to the same point. He knows what you cannot see and is lovingly calling you to trust Him. Surrendering the relationship to Him does not mean you failed. It means you are opening the door to His bigger plan. Letting go is not weakness. It takes strength to release what no longer serves God's purpose in your life. When you choose to trust His plan over your own emotions, you are stepping into a place of faith and courage. Even though you may not feel ready, God is ready to lead you to healing and new beginnings. His hands are steady, and you can place your future in them without fear. 4. You notice more red flags than you used to. A prudent man foresees evil and hides himself. The simple pass on and are punished. You begin seeing signs and patterns you once ignored, and now they stand out more clearly in your heart and mind. God is allowing you to notice these red flags because He is protecting you from future pain. Even when you try to overlook them or make excuses, the truth keeps rising to the surface. God does not want you to walk blindly into more hurt. He is lovingly opening your eyes to what you need to face. At first, you may feel confused or even guilty for noticing the things you once brushed off. But God gives you wisdom for a reason. He wants you to be careful and mindful, not caught off guard by problems you have the power to walk away from. These red flags are His way of steering you away from something that will drain you or damage your heart over time. Choosing to face the truth is an act of courage. When you trust the warnings God places before you, you are honoring His protection over your life. You can move forward with confidence, knowing that when God opens your eyes, it's because He is preparing something healthier and stronger ahead. You do not have to settle for less when God is calling you to more. 5. Trusted people around you give loving warnings. Where there is no counsel, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. People you trust begin to speak gently into your life, sharing concerns or giving advice that confirms what you already sense in your heart. These are people who love you and want the best for you, not those who are trying to control or harm you. God often uses wise voices around you to guide you when you feel too emotional or confused to see clearly. You are not meant to walk through this alone. You may feel defensive or even hurt at first when they share their thoughts, but if you listen carefully, you will hear God's care through their words. He places people in your life to help protect you and to remind you that you don't have to carry everything by yourself. Their counsel is a gift, not a burden. Listening to wise, loving voices can strengthen your walk with God. When you allow trusted people to speak into your situation, you open the door for God to confirm His plans for you. You are not giving up your independence. You are inviting godly wisdom to help shape your decisions. God surrounds you with support because He knows you need it right now. 6. You realize the relationship is taking you away from God. Draw near to God, and He will draw near to you. You begin to notice that the more you pour into this relationship, the further you feel from God. Your prayers may feel distant, your time with God may grow shorter, or your heart may feel heavy when you think about how much you've drifted. God is not angry with you, but He is gently calling you back into His arms. He wants to be first in your life, not second. When you feel pulled away from your faith, it's a signal that something needs to change. God does not want to compete with a relationship. He wants to bless it when it honors Him. If you find yourself slipping in your walk with Him, He may be using that discomfort to remind you where your true strength and peace come from. Turning back to God doesn't mean you have to give up on love forever, but it does mean you have to reorder your heart. When you put God first, everything else will fall into place according to His will. He is waiting for you to draw close so He can guide you back to what truly matters. 7. You find yourself more at peace when you imagine letting go. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. As you quietly reflect, you realize you feel more peace when you think about letting go than when you imagine holding on. This peaceful feeling is not weakness or giving up. It's God's way of assuring you that release is the right step. His peace fills the spaces where you once only felt tension and anxiety, and it gently confirms that He is leading you forward. You may be afraid that letting go will leave you empty or broken, but God's peace promises you will not walk alone. His peace is a gift that calms your fears and gives you courage. You begin to sense that by releasing what no longer serves His purpose, you are stepping into freedom. This kind of peace cannot be forced or faked. It is God's hand on your heart, steadying you as you make hard but necessary choices. Trust that His peace is guiding you and holding you up. You are safe in His arms, and He will walk with you every step of the way. 8. You sense God is teaching you patience in singleness. But if we hope for what we do not see, we eagerly wait for it with perseverance. You begin to feel God nudging you to embrace your season of singleness, even when you wish things were different. He is not punishing you by making you wait. He is building your patience, your strength, and your faith. You are learning to trust Him, not just with your future love life, but with every part of your heart. This waiting season may feel long, but it is not wasted time. God is shaping your character, deepening your roots, and preparing you for the love that will come at the right time. Instead of rushing to fill the silence, you are learning to rest in His presence and let Him do the work inside you. When you accept this season with open hands, you find peace and even purpose in the waiting. God is not ignoring your desires. He is carefully preparing the right answer. You can trust that your patience will lead to something beautiful and lasting when it comes from Him. If the content inspired you, please like, comment, and subscribe to Pure Inspirational so you can continue receiving uplifting messages that strengthen your heart and your faith. Thank you for being part of this encouraging space where we grow together in trust and hope. Be blessed.